All right, let's try it. Let's get started. Just coughing. Ugh. Okay. All right. Which stream is mine? There it is. So one of these is bad. Here. These need to be deleted, I believe. I delete these. On another computer. Ah. Edit. More delete forever. There we go. Okay, I'm deleting two. October 3rd and October 6th. Yes. Okay. That looks right. Let's get started. Test audio here. Deleting videos. Okay. Yes. See if audio is working. I think audio is working. All right. Let's get back to it. Okay. Well, yeah, lots of these commands here. Okay. Where are we? Let's open my editor. Okay. Is that the font size I've always been using? Can't be. There's no way. Was it this? Or was it a little bigger? It might have been this big. Okay. Okay, let's get started. So this week, well, Friday I worked on, well, let's just go read. Now that I have my daily entries. So let's get started. Let me do a quick review. I'm obviously just rolling out of bed here. Trying to wake up. So I think I should just drink all this coffee as fast as possible. So we're going to work on Chatfield this weekend. I did a little bit of side stuff, a little bit. Oh, and worked on the some of the build stuff. So every time I like to start just by saying what this project is. This is Chatfield. It's a form, like an HTML form, except you have a chat rather than complete the form. So for circumstances where that makes better sense, that's why you would want Chatfield. It runs both in Python and TypeScript. We have two implementations, and it runs both on the server side or on the browser side. Aspirationally, although we're working on this browser stuff today, this browser build. So, look at this. That's so horrible. Claude put itself in my contributors list. That's terrible. Okay. I think I could pull that out if I wanted to. All right. So what happens next is in my wiki, I was just, yeah, this isn't perfect, but we have a daily report from yesterday, and then let's look at the 4th also, because the 5th wasn't much. Here's the wiki. So yesterday I just logged in for a short time and wrote some Claude Code commands /wrap up and /weekly to summarize the work. to help me write these wiki articles themselves. You see here's the commits. In fact, you can see the changes. That's a fun one. So for example, I wrote a weekly wrap-up tool for Claude Code, or a weekly, I guess, command, I should say, for Claude Code. Oof, let me keep drinking coffee. Okay. And then the wrap-up as well has changes. So that was just this weekend. So hopefully these wiki articles will have a little bit better information. I'm mostly happy. So October 4th, was it? Yeah, Monday. Yeah, October 4th. So like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Friday night, I did a little bit of work on the roll-up config in particular, and in order to get the browser bundle working. I mean, the point is to go to the main chat field here. We're working on this server and browser. It's always been possible because Python and TypeScript has been working for a while now. So server's been basically done, you could say, or just not severely blocked or damaged. And browser has been only working in theory, and now we're getting that working. So, what I did on Friday, this late night, was mostly work on this standalone build, actually, of Chatfield. Chatfield has a standalone build and it has a lean build, meaning you can just like require it or reference it in a web app in HTML and start using it. That's standalone. And then lean means you can do the same, but it does not include dependencies, so you provide those. And I think we need to tidy up there. I've been very much just kind of playing it by ear, but I don't know if I want something will change before this is all done. So lots of changes to the code to build the tool. And then today I've said, well, we will be using LiteLLM and we will be querying from the browser today. So I hope that's true. That's my estimate. That's my plan. I hope it's right. So let's get into that. I don't know if I did a great job on this daily. Yes. We just carried on working on, roll up for the browser. Yeah, that is true. Okay. So let's get started. Whoa, what are we doing? Oh yeah, let me read my message to myself here, right? So my message to myself said that lean build still has the environment issue. Let's go see that. Let's go wake up and see that. Get no pull. I don't have anything. Okay, so I have imported from this web entry point, which is according to documentation. Oh, let's just click that and go there. According to this documentation, that is the thing to do. The interrupt object is not exported. I don't know why. I've written my own just to throw. What I've been saying is, number one, let's get it building. Don't worry if it imports. Don't worry if it runs. Number two, get it importing. Don't worry if it runs. And then number three, get it running, right? And so this is to get it building only, this sort of thing. I just want it building. it doesn't have to run. So what's changed with the rollup config? Oh, lots of comments. So if I get stash, for example, and then if I just do npm run test, just run the test suite, make sure it all works. Yeah, so everything works. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna want more coffee. Oh, a test failed. Oh, 5. Let's run it again. Maybe I've got a little time limit kind of problem. Interesting. What's going on with here? What's going on with this? Now, is this API key working? It should be working. The others do. Well, let's just make sure that this isn't an issue of any sort. Okay. Okay, I may have timeout issues or something like that. So that's nice. 5,000 milliseconds, a nice round number. That's cool. That's probably just my test takes a long time or whatever. Okay. Good, good, good. So the test suite runs 72 tests pass. That's wonderful. Let's just do it. Nope. I don't know why Python would stop working now, but just to wake up, and I'm gonna run my test suite just to feel good. All right, that's all my coffee. That's bad. I know what I can do. Cool. We've got warnings. We've got, I think something's deprecated. It's since alpha. Is that it? Yeah, there you go. So we'll do that later. Okay, so that's running on the server side, right? Test suite's running, and then we do. Oh gosh, it was all these build commands. Make, oops, npm. Let me just do, yeah, build browser lean. Let's run it. Mm-hmm. Right. That's the lean build. We don't know if that works or not. And then if I run the standalone. Mm-hmm. Wish I could ask Claude Code. Yes, correct. So let's get stash pop. Let's get the stash back. So we need that entry point. These async hooks, this is the entry point problem. So let's do it again. Wait, decorators. Wait, do I have a conflict? Decorators.ts is deleted and modified in stash changes. Oh. This is old, look, September 5th. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Whoa. That's super old. Okay. I tried to apply the stash too many times. Apparently I have some unwanted file in my stash. What's this? Interview meta as interview meta type? No. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. I don't know what that is. All right. That's where we started. I got my note to myself and I got my stuff. Yes. So let's do it. Now let's run a build. Let's build a standalone. Yes, this is what's been happening. Circular dependencies. Let me go off here and keep going. Oh yeah, let's turn these back on, I guess. Okay. I know it's kind of hard to read, but that doesn't matter. Okay. I could actually even move these maybe. Oop. Wait, can I move all three? Whoop. Just move them up slightly. I don't know. Okay. All right. Now, to get this working, we need to be testing on the browser. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was doing... No, not the security dashboard. I was doing, what was it? npm run, what was it? Not examples, that was it. Yep. Examples, browser, minimal, standalone, this one. So this was kind of working. Yeah, Chatfield okay. Here's my debugger. Let's see. When you finish PP, watch it and then turn off the light. Let me play around with these a little bit. Oops, how's this work? Like that. Or let's try this. Can I do properties of my schedule? Uh-huh. And can I make it like not, can I make it less, can I make it not transparent? Colors. Okay. I'll select color. So that's the, oh look, alpha channel, there it is. So that was 255. What if I do 128? Or how about just 0? So there's the HTML color. Would that not make it totally transparent? Yes, it does. Okay, I get it. So that's the front, that's the foreground. So we definitely need that. The point is, can I give it just a, nope. Can I give it just a background? Filters, let's not do that. I want to try this chat log mode as well. I don't know. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. I don't want to get distracted. Okay. Good. So OpenAI key. Yes. I remember. It's coming back. Let me read this. So the standalone import's okay. So the lean build still has that issue. What just happened? Look at my cursor. That's weird. Okay. The lean build still has an environment issue. Standalone import's okay, but it's missing the API key. Need to make it hit the local LiteLLM, maybe with cores. Maybe. I doubt it's. I think that's what we're doing next. For the browser, do not use OpenAI key, of course. Yes. Make the interviewer constructor take an endpoint and API key. Maybe so. Or what would be nice would be maybe just allow it to. Okay. We'll keep thinking. Alias that LangGraph web. Maybe we could do this now. No, let's not. Only work on one thing at a time. Yeah. Only fix one thing at a time. Let's go fix. So we're not going to fix this just yet. What that means is this interviewer way at the top of the code. Way at the top, this will just remain bad. Again, I want it importing. Sorry, I want it building, then importing, then running. So let's just get it building. Okay, here's my minimal files. Let's close tsconfig. I don't remember where I was there. Okay. Oh, you know what I should do before I forget what might be fun? Would be to read the weeklies. So I experimented with weekly updates just by rolling up the daily updates into the weekly updates. So let's just go read that. And in fact, there should be another one. Let me run it. So this is daily 9:29 to 10:03. Let's see if I can run a weekly just while I'm waiting and doing stuff. So that's, come here, gcal dot. So we did 29th, I see, 28th to the 3rd. So let's do the week of 21st to 27th, right? Right, because I have all my logs. I need to roll it up. Let's see if we can do that. Clear. Let's just log out and make sure it gets it. / weekly. Please do sep 29th. Wait, no, what was it? 21st through 27. And overwrite any possible delete / overwrite any existing weekly for that time period. Let's try that. All right. Confirm the system date. Thank you. Let's see if it does that CD wiki again. Perfect. Perfect. And then let's see if it deletes the dailies, or rather not deletes them, but consolidates them. I don't need to rename those files too. They're in the Git history. Who cares? That's fine. Yes, thank you. Yeah, this bash is like permanent. I guess the only reason I'm trying to think of why do they have this persistent bash session? I know it's pretty easy to do in Node or TypeScript or whatever they're doing in Node. Let me fix my scrolling. I have a scrolling issue, right? Scroll and output? Maybe not that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Because this little spinner is output, so it wouldn't let me scroll. Okay. So, is it working? Weekly summary. So let's see if the older weekly wraps up. All right. Refresh. Oh, and this sidebar needs to just go away. Yeah, good. So then we could read this. We could read. Oh, sorry. These are the dailies: September 27th, September 26th, 25th, 24th. So that's the dailies there, and then so all of the dailies just concatenate into one week of dailies. Then the weekly, is this the 39th, 2025, 39, is it? Yes, it is 39. So if I read September 21st through 27th, we did handlebars. We did a bunch of template work. Yeah. In one word, the answer is templates, prompts, evaluation structure. And the next week, summary, I don't know, is that better? Last week, worked on prompts may be in here as well. Roll up. It's a little bit too much bold. I'm not getting that much done that requires like 5 bullet points here, five things, but whatever. So that was the week of it. Roll up, more roll up, documentation for getting started. That's a great point. Yeah, the onboarding documentation. It's not comprehensive at all, but we're just getting started. So, okay, good. All right, so I'm done. I'm done reviewing. Let me just close this. Okay. Oh, did they say anything about interrupt? They don't say anything in here. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I know what I want to do. Let's run this server here. Not in here. I'm just going to run it here. Oops. Yeah. Examples. Is it plural? Okay. Okay. So let's get back into it. Yeah, minimal example. All right. Pretty cool. I'm happy that source maps are working. Everything like that is working. So 167. So this is throwing, but I'd rather throw in the constructor, or I'd rather break in the constructor. Let's go to the constructor here. It's basically here. So you could pass an LLM, and that LLM could have a endpoint and stuff like that. So if I break here and reload, perfect. Perfect. The answer is no, so it's going to go no. Proxy for browser development, LiteLLM. Check for proxy URL and options or environment. Process, that is undefined. There's no process.env. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing there. Undefined. Yep. Okay. Let's maybe get Claude Code into this. I'm going to do a little test here. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So what do I want to ask it to do? I think... Okay, first of all, let me ask it about like LangGraph browser run-in, anything about API keys and or proxies to LiteLLM. I love making this thing search GitHub for me. I hate I don't like forms. I don't like forms. They drive me mad. They drive me absolutely mad. I don't like forms. I feel like my entire life is just all day, every day, populating forms. My whole life, every day. It's forms, 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 all day, every day. That's all I do is populate forms. So that's kind of why I felt so strongly about making Chatfield. All right. Virtual keys, wonderful. Dual builds. Correct. Okay, so 48 is the big ticket. React components don't care. 47 browser build. So that's a security one. Original issue. Security documentation about API keys. Yeah, so I know what I want to do first. Again, I've said this before, cut the problem in half and solve one problem at a time. I will not run LiteLLM at the moment. I want to query from the browser, and I want to hit my HTTP server, and I want to see this thing 404. If this thing 404 is on some sort of LangChain, OpenAI kind of query, that's awesome. That's totally awesome. That would mean the front end is really working quite end to end. If it's able to make an authenticated query to its web server, that's huge. Then you either do cross origin, we do cores, or kind of figure out, all right, I mean, for all I know, LiteLLM doesn't even run. I haven't researched making what do they call them? Like those user keys. Whoops, where was that? Those what was it called? Yeah, runtime detection. What does LiteLLM call it? It was these like user keys, virtual keys. I think that is it. Virtual keys. Okay, good. I like my prompt. This is a fun Claude Code prompt. Okay. All right, let's think. Ooh, I'm still not awake. Okay. So all right, so the next step is, let me just take my, where was that? Here. Let's just start talking to Claude Code. Yeah, I know what I want to do. Okay, what I need. Okay. Let's go to plan mode. To get some of these done, we need to allow passing API endpoints and keys to the interviewer constructor. API. What else? I'll make a list. So let's have a beginning, or what is that? 47 with a hard-coded list of the OpenAI with a hard-coded list of OpenAI and Anthropic endpoints. Okay. We'll start building that in. Next, what am I going to do? Add browser build. Don't worry about implementing the dangerous stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, the URL. Can the endpoint? No. Yeah, let's do this. How about this? Default endpoint is slash what? I mean, I could do slash Chatfield. Yeah, let's do slash Chatfield slash OpenAI. Let's just do that. From the origin. Okay. Default. So, okay, yeah, default API key is null, but if type of process undefined, dot, what is it? OpenAI API key is undefined, nor is one passed, then throw, right? That's the point. What else? So we're going to allow an API key. We don't need LLM at the moment. We don't need virtual keys at the moment. I think that's not bad. And so then use those for the OpenAI client init in the interviewer code. All right, let's just start there. Let's see how it's doing. Why does it keep asking me? Stop it. I'm sick of that. I told it one time. It should be like the Apple App Store. You tell it one time and that's it. Okay. Oh, wow. It's searching the web to figure it out. Wow. Okay. Whoa. Shouldn't be too hard, huh? Let's Google it myself. Prompt layer. Nope. Ooh. Okay. So this is, oh, this is LangChain? Yeah, this is LangChain. Here we go. There it is. So, oh yeah, perfect. All right, let's read it. Update the constructor. Oh, so I don't want proxy URL for sure. And endpoint. All right, so no proxy URL. What else are we going to do? So LLM ID, no proxy URL, no backward compatibility. right, what else? Add a security check. Yeah, exactly. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, basically fine. Uh-huh. Only check in the browser environment. Yeah, how do you know you're in a browser environment? Isn't there a dependency? Let me search my history. Yeah, browser or node. This package. Browser, Node.js, web worker, JS DOM, Dino. Uh-huh. Works with ESM. Mm-hmm. Kind of like it. Browser or node. Uh-huh. Dinesh. Sung Hero. Rohan Sung Hero. Okay. Let's read their package.json, by the way. Yeah, so their main goes to the JS. The module goes to the MJS. So, okay, so they just do the MJS and then the types. Okay, good. That's what I'm doing. That's basically what I'm doing. And there's no TypeScript. There's just this one. Okay. Yep. Okay, cool. Browser or node? No, let's not do it. That's fine. Detect dangerous endpoint. I think I want to change that dangerous endpoint to like not for string, not for substring match, but that it's the actual domain of the endpoint, either or HTTPS. What am I trying to say? That is the actual domain of the endpoint, either HTTP. Yep. Next. Okay, so that'll be the little temporary logic right now. Constructor logic. Yes. Update the tests. API key resolution from options. We'll try that. We'll try letting it update tests. All right. Mock LLM still works. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to pass in your LLM. That LLM object. All right, now let's read the plan. Okay. Thread ID. We're going to have the thread ID, LLM, LMID, base URL, and API key. Good. Remove proxy URL. Yes. Here we go. Yeah, exactly. Host name. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. If URL parsing fails, it's a relative URL. Safe goes to the same origin. Interesting. Okay. Update constructor logic. To do what? Right. Okay, yeah. So you take your proxy URL options or your process.env. Oh, now do we want this LiteLLM proxy URL? Okay, whatever, we'll keep it. I'm gonna read this again later, so I'll just skim it now. Yep, fine. Remove the environment check. Yes. Update the tests. We'll try that. That may be tricky to test though, because I'm testing on the server side, so, but we'll try. Do it. Do it. This is a big update. Well, it's a medium-sized update. All right. Let me go off and keep thinking here. Let me take my medicine also. Okay. Okay. Cool. Now what? Let's see how it looks. Change unit tests. Very good. The problem is, maybe I'll tell it. See here, we're already getting into the security check isn't being triggered properly. We need to sim, right. Ooh, pass. Very cool. Full test suite. That's not a timeout error. We have a crash. What is that? You're running a build? Okay. We're done. We're done. Okay. Let's see what it did. Let's see what it did. Interviewer. Okay, this is my changes. Anything else in here? That's no good. It didn't change the interviewer yet, did it? Hey, where's the changes? This thing constantly makes things worse when it does testing. That loop is just not good enough yet. Claude Code constantly does decent work and then it can't confirm it because the tests don't work, and then it does bad work following up on that. Mm-hmm. A lot of code. Okay. Okay. Updated the constructor signature. Interviewer.ts. Let's go see it. It's telling me that the constructor, I don't see it. Either my code here is wrong, or let me do this. Get this code here just to be certain. Oh, detect dangerous. There it is. Confirmed. Okay. So I think that is working. Oh, we have a static. Yikes. Okay. Okay, so we're detecting dangerous endpoints. So is browser right? Window. What is it doing? Type of global. Okay. Global.window. Okay. Oh, so that's how they're allowing us to set it. They're doing a global. They're using nodes global to trick it. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So then if it is a browser, throw an error for each endpoint in my dangerous endpoints. Yes. Is that how it's supposed to work, like that? Okay. Then we throw. Okay. Yes. Good. And then what? Here's the constructor. Perfect. Base URL and API key. Wonderful. So now what? So here we set up the LLM. Resolve the base URL. Perfect. So it'll throw, is that what it does? Yeah, it'll throw. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make protect dangerous endpoint just a method. It doesn't have to be static like that. For code simplicity over like runtime efficiency. Protect dangerous endpoint or detect dangerous. It'll get it right. It'll crush that. It'll get it right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Private values. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go reread it. All right. So detect dangerous endpoints. So I kind of want to move that code out of there. Let's do that. Let's do this. let's get that code out of there and put it. Setup graph is good. Let's do it here. Okay, detect dangerous endpoints. Okay. Right. No, it seems to me that if they pass an LLM, I know what I'll do. Let me break here. And I think I want to detect a bad endpoint even for this, if this LLM is passed in. Like maybe you do your LLM definition and then you check it here. Detect dangerous endpoint. And it's this.llm. It's like that. So then detect dangerous endpoint. It's not URL string anymore. It's LLM. Yeah, we'll try that. Chat OpenAI. So let's see. I don't know. We'll try this. I have no idea if this will work. Let's try that. Maybe I'll do it myself. Okay. So detect dangerous endpoint. Oh, I remember we can run the test suite, right? Or can we run a specific file? Let me try to remember. Alt specific test. That's it. I think I just have to edit it. Let's just edit our VS Code for that specific test. Oops. Launch. Specific test. PyTest, specific test. Yes, here. Oh, did it prompt me? What was it? PyTest pattern. Yeah, I think it prompts me. Okay, fun. That's fun. So let's do that. So what tests do I want to run? Basically anything. Let's go see what tests changed here. So we'll try accepts API key from options. Let me I guess copy this code here. Let's try that. Oops. F5. It generates basic prompt. Accepts API key from options. Ooh, nice. Wait, that's PyTest. Wrong language. PyTest specific, jest specific. Aha. F5. Paste. Cool. Very fun. Awesome. First try. Cool. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So does this LLM actually pass in? LLM? Cool. I got a chat OpenAI object. So can I say LLM.base URL? No. What can I do? Is there a config model? LC. Yeah, client config. Yep. LLM.client config. It's client config. Yep. .base URL like that. Okay, awesome. Yes. So that's how that works. So let's do that. So the URL string is LLM.client exactly client config base URL. Nope. Stop it. Base URL like that. So we can move that. Yes, exactly. Okay, so the URL string goes here, like that. That's how that works. So we detect if we're a browser. Or we could do like this. Yeah, exactly. No. Dot window is not equal to undefined. It's like this. Like that. And then const is tester. Something like that. Global is not undefined. And global as any. Dot window is not triple equal to undefined. Okay. Yep. Something like that. And then we would go if no or. Thank you. All right, so Copilot got it all wrong, but that's okay. All right. That's how that looks. Or instead of is tester, we can just say, yeah, like is global. We'll try that. Oh, I know what I can do. What is this? Catch, rethrow if there's a security error? Yikes. Oh, so I see security error right here. Rethrow if there's a security error. I don't like this logic at all. Otherwise, URL parsing failed, right? It's a relative URL safe. Goes to the same origin. I'm going to rewrite this. So we parse it, right? Like that. It's like that, yeah. URL. Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. Then we assign it. Yes. Why won't you take that? Oh, I see. Could be string or null or undefined. Oh, I see. I could do this. Or, yeah, exactly. Empty string. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so if URL parsing failed, then it's a relative URL. What do you want to say? Right. LM base URL is safe LM URL. Relative or invalid, right? So then we will, yeah. I see. Sure. Instead of a comment, do a log. Okay. Now, what? So if that's safe, we're just going to return, right? Yeah, exactly. We return out. Okay. So then, like this. If it you catch it, otherwise we keep going. So now the URL's easy, and then we can left shift all this stuff. There you go, host name. Ah, host name. So we could just change that. Get rid of a line of code there. Yep. Okay, so for each endpoint, if the host names match, we throw. Yep. Okay. And then we don't have to catch and rethrow. That's ridiculous. That's totally ridiculous. Okay, so there's the for loop. What is this? The if, and we're done. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay, I like it. It's good enough. I mean, there's way, like there's entire software packages all about doing stuff like this. So I don't want to overthink this. But look, the perfect's the enemy of the good. Let's just get it going. So that's cool. I like having at least some kind of security kind of catch from day zero, from now, as soon as I implement this. Dangerous. Okay. All right. So then we detect, and then we set up the graph. Easy. Okay. Good, good, good. Now what? Maybe let's debug it a little bit. Yeah, let's run it again. And let's see how things go. Save. How can I do it? Just F5, right? F5. Accepts API key. I love my debugger. Okay. All right. Is browser. Go. Is global. Go. So that's false. True. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, let's go see. Maybe that's deliberate. So here's the constructor. Here's the test code. It accepts API key. Right. Let's see. I wonder what I could do. Thinking about making it a little bit more kind of robust by just always testing in both languages, and then you have three modes. Let me think about this. You have like three modes. There's like throw for any bad domain, right? That'd be one. Two would be like, I don't know, warn? Yeah, exactly. And then three would be like nothing. Exactly. So then this would be the default for Python and exactly in server. And then this would be the default. Yeah, exactly. For browser. Let me think. And then, but the logic would run in all circumstances. It would say, the like the execution path would, as it were, say, oh, that's API dot OpenAI, and then it would say, well, we're running in server mode. Do I want to put tons of logic into we're running in server mode or not? Maybe not. And then I'm gonna have to maintain that sort of stuff forever. Let's do that at the last, let's do that only when it's necessary. All right, we'll try this. So this test, okay, so it's not setting any kind of global window. Let me just check real quick. Globals dot window. Yeah, undefined. Okay. Okay. What if I step over? Right, nothing for the browser. So let me just play. What's going on? One passed. Okay. It passed. Good. So let's read up on, okay, so there's no browser and no global. So let's read a test. There's a lot of tests in here. It's really ridiculous. It accepts API keys. API keys. Uh-huh. Accept API keys. I can turn myself back on, basically. Okay. Accept API keys. Process.env. Okay. Aha. Finally. Restore the original value. Weird. Okay. It throws when no API key is provided. Wonderful. Base URL. It configures a custom base URL. What's the... Oh, these are all API key tests. Missing it. Right, I get it. Okay. So then this explicitly... Uh-oh. I think my mouse died again. My mouse did? Okay, where's my power? Here we go. Why can't I see that? There. Cool. Back. Okay, my mouse died. So, fine. Base uses default. Yes. Okay. Security checks. Here we go. Yeah, so it just sets it. Yep. To throw. Security error. To throw. Interesting. Cool. Okay, save it. All right, so let's try these interviewer.tests. Let's try just running it on command line, huh? H npm test. Yeah, like that. 3520. Boom. Cool. Let's run our interviewer test. Neat. Let me update npms just so it stops. Thank you. Okay, so very cool. These all pass. Let's do this. Open XAI. Oh, like that. Let's throw in an error. Whoops. Good. Good. It's running. Yeah, totally running. Okay. So I can do that. It blocks API Anthropic in a browser environment. Yeah, exactly. Just tighten that up. That's what happens when you do that. Okay. Anthropic. Cool. Good enough. It allows relative URLs. Yeah, okay. So let's save that. And then the other thing, though, is I read the code. Where was that? Dangerous endpoints. Yeah. Let me move these down. Yeah, I don't like it way up there. Private read only. Can I put it here? Can I put it there? Thank you. Okay. Okay. Base URL, API key. Pass it in. Base URL there. Okay. All right. Well, if it's bundled in, let's try to bundle it and run it. That's the test. So we build. Yeah. So now, at least It'll initialize, what is that, standalone? Yeah, standalone. Yeah, standalone. With the circular dependencies. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Where is it? Wait, I lost it. Here it is. Open the debugger. Refresh. All right, I still have my debugger. I like to let it run once and just crash or whatever. Missing or empty. Minimal.standalone. Hey, very good. Very good. API keys missing. Correct. Very good. And look, it's taken me all the way to the it's taken me all the way to the code. This is wonderful. Oh, look, this is yeah. Now wait a second. Where's my bad domains? Right? Interviewer.ts line 91. Let's just check that real quick. 91. Base URL colon. Yeah, they're off by one line of code. I don't know if that's... Seems like that's bad. 92. Oh, okay. Okay. This looks right. Perfect. There's my read-onlys. Okay. Good. Oh, look at that. API.anthropic. Oops. No. Interviewer test. Interviewer. What is it? Dangerous. Here. Thank you. Save. Okay. Now wait, I'm just going to press F5. 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 Oh. Makes sense. Got to build it. So then having built it, I'll press F5. Is this thing doing any caching? True. Oh. Oh, -c -1. Isn't -c -1, isn't -c -1 meaning no cache? I don't know. Let's try it. So I press F5. See, there's no comma. F5, F5, and then I do Control R, and then I do Control Shift R. Oh, still gone. Okay, good. Oh, maybe it's been compiled because this is JavaScript. No, this is TypeScript. It should have all my code. API Anthropic. Boop. Okay, well, let's get back. Let's just keep moving forward. So with no API key, where am I going to set that? Oh, I know. I'm going to set that in my minimal code. Let's go get that. Minimal. Where's that? In the examples on the browser, the minimal standalone here. So when I initialize my interviewer, now I can pass these API keys. Yes. API key is going to have the value of, yep, exactly. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. So that's that. So then if now you know what I could do is wire up that debugger over into the IDE. That's totally doable. Let me just reload. Cool. Build URL. Is this my code? No, this is OpenAI. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'm passing in a bad URL. Can you tell me? Okay, break, go. Okay, what's the base URL? Is it just okay, okay, so I pass in a relative URL like this and it freaks out. Okay. Oh, they're checking if it's absolute. Wait, they're checking if it's absolute. Is absolute URL. Okay. Is absolute URL of base. Wait, no, path. False. Path is my, yeah. Okay. So base URL. Oh, that seems bad. Okay. So my base URL is bad. Okay, I need to fix that base URL. Okay. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna leave chat. Let's clear it. And then let's do this. I'm gonna make this thing write me a bunch of documentation. What, wiki documentation or markdown documentation? Let's say wiki documentation. No. Documentation. Um, like about the major like architectural components of Chatfield. Components and parts of Chatfield. Okay, I'm gonna leave that running for like 2 seconds. Let me pause this and step out. Hello. Let me test my audio here. I think we're good. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Muted. Hello, hello, hello. Yep. Okay. Cool. Let's see. I'm just spinning Claude Code just for fun here. I'm not necessarily looking for anything specific from this documentation. So I've been coughing. Let me get back to the real work. So we were trying to do it for real. Totally. And then what went wrong? What was going on? Oh yeah, absolute URLs. Yeah. Default base URL. Interesting. Default base URL. Interesting. And base URL. So it seems to me that potentially, if we go to the interviewer, what is that? Base URL. Yeah. So the problem is, if it's not an absolute URL, then that's bad. So let's do this. Let's do this. Default to /chatfield /OpenAI, except it must be an absolute. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, that's a good point in Node. Let's try it. If, yeah, then, no. Oh, let's do this. Let, redefine it. There you go. That's a good point. Right. Okay. 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 That's what it's saying to do. All right. Let's see if that's right. Resolve base URL. I don't know what that means. So set it, right? Don't want this. Okay. Basically like that. So we'll have a base URL, right? And then if it doesn't exist, or if it's we could do, okay, whatever. Right. So, or if it's empty-ish, then so window don't we already have window stuff here? I know what I'll do. Get window object, right? Sure. And then we'll do it like this. What do I want to do? Do I want to say get browser window, get global window? I need to start using this elsewhere here. I need to start writing front end only code. So I can import that package. I think another dependency of mine imported this browser or node. This does it all, right? Browser, node, web worker. So I guess I would do browser. It doesn't really help me too much. I got to get this window object. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Return it. Exactly. Otherwise, global. Yeah. Yep. Return that. Otherwise, what? Yeah, null or sure. All right. Okay, so then where am I? Over here? Okay. So if the base URL is bad, what I could do is like this. Win equals, yeah, exactly. If not window, so we're in trouble. Throw. Yeah, exactly. I think we'll do that just to be careful. Okay. So we get the window object. It could be basically inserted. We're kind of, this is, for now, this is okay. I just want to get this working. It's sort of inserted, if you like, through the global object. It's inserted, it's dependency injection through this massive global object that permeates the entire runtime. But a lot of this logic has to stay, whether it's wired up in the most brilliant way, is less important. I think a lot of this like code has to exist. So it sounds to me like no. Basic if window.location, huh? Or let's just assume it. Yeah. LOC. That's fine. Like that. Okay. Okay, so it updates it. Why are you doing that? No. Protocol, host, and then just slash. Oh, I know. Base URL? No, not base URL. Let's say path. Yeah. So this is definitely a placeholder. We work decent reference. Yeah. It's not that this is like great slash Chatfield. Mostly I just want to search for it later, either in logs or in the source code. So I just have this little path. It's that I want to see that 404. If that 404's over here in the web server, then that's huge. That's massive. That's a query. That's a query to the LLM from the browser for the first time ever. That's a massive milestone. Just got to like service that query now. But that's huge. So that's the idea. And there's still total jank up at the top with the interrupt function and all that. I don't see why the front end wouldn't interrupt. I don't know. Okay. So, nope. Path. Okay. Like that. So that's how that works. So protocol host, is that going to work? Is the port going to be included in there? Okay. That's fine. That can be fixed later. So Solve the API key. Okay. Good. All right, I'm happy. Let's try again. So I save. Oh, I gotta be like building this. Yeah, this is definitely a pain point. I have to do a build step every time. Okay. Mhm. Hey, that's bad. Let me backtrack out. Oh, unless it didn't like load again. Web test, web test. Hey, look, it's going through these paths. That's amazing. This is awesome. Okay, but let's step out of the um stack. Wait, can I move this over? Yeah, I need to move it. Dock left for sure. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Don't care. Okay. Where's my stack? Here it is. Go. Cool. Where are we? 6, 7, 8. Think. Show, ignore, listed. Okay, perfect. Yeah, here we are. Make request. Whoa. Await and make request. Client. No. I need to just break. I know what I'll do. Wait. No, I don't. Let me get on my own code. Let's put a breakpoint when it initializes and just redo it. Where is that? Think. No. Way up here, yes. Like just right here. Okay, go. Okay. So LM's not passed in. We go forward. Base URL. So it's undefined. Wait, what? That can't be right. What is my value? This is my stack. Here's my scope. There's the window. Oh, we have yet to go. Okay. Breakpoints. No watch. Okay. API key is empty, yes. Yeah, it should be empty. It should be, it could be empty. Am I throwing for an empty API key? No, right? Let me just hit play. Okay, yeah, let me hit play. So it's just throwing, right? Awesome. 405, no body. That may be okay. All right, let me reload. All right. So there's an API key passed in. Let's try this. API key. Let's break here and not there and go. There it is. Perfect. So that's working. So I'll hit play. Okay, good. Oh, 405. I think that's the 404 I'm looking for. Yes. Yes. Wait, this says 404, but that says 405. What's going on with that? What? Okay. What? Interviewer, line 227. 227, LM.invoke. Reload. No, not this error. I think this source mapping's still not right. Let me see if that... See if that works. Yeah, it does. Anything about caching? To disable caching, use -C -1. Yeah. To disable timeout, nope. Oops. Oh, look at that. Maybe that was the problem. Run it again. Okay. Interviewer.ts227. Boop. Still, I'm reloading. Oh, God, same ridiculous. Gotta build, right? Until I get this, you know, like live. So let's try again. Please work interviewer to. Yeah. Skip conclude. Okay, web. Okay. I know what I'll do. Instead of looking at source code, let's go look at the network. Uh-huh. So it's saying 405 here, method not allowed. And then if I go and look at my log, this thing is saying 404. I don't know. Where's it querying? Yeah. /Chatfield /OpenAI /chat /completions. Okay. Weird. Error 404. Okay. I'm basically happy. It's printing out this Lang-Smith trace. Now, I don't think this would work at all. Right. But this is cool. Okay, so that's totally weird. I can't really explain it, but like I've said before, there's usually actually it's a luxury to have time to root cause stuff. It's kind of weird to me that this thing, you know, like what are the response headers? Totally weird. Oh, you know what I could do? I could right click and copy as curl and then go run it as curl. Here, paste, whoo, and see what happens. Let me add a -V. 405. So I run that a bunch, and there's a bunch of, oh wow, look, the log says 404, but the payload says 405, so that solves that. So the actual payload is 405. Okay. Good. I'm happy. That's awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. I assumed it would 404, and it kind of did. So, what do we do now? got to service that query, right? Let's see if there's any code that's like committable. It's really cold. Oh, there's that documentation I made it work on. Okay, so that's good. What's changed up in the role? Nothing. Tests. So huge change in the tests. Yeah. Okay. Split. No. Yes. Oh. API key and or base URL for the an interviewer. An interviewer. TS only. Okay. So, oh, I need to amend to that tests. So there's just white space. I'm going to pull that out. Okay. Now what? Chatfield. So I need to actually add some code here. Okay. No. Yes. Okay. Yes. This is all the new stuff. API key. I think I know. API key needs to change. I'll do that. But let's take this code, yes. And then this is the detect code, yes. Get window. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, so then the only problem is API key here. Here. So if it's a browser environment, then we don't need to throw. That's the point. So where did you get this window object here? Whoops, that's a bug. Was it not complaining to me? There you go, win. So pull this out. Pull it out. Okay. So this window object is now here. So what that means is down here, I can use it, and then API key. Oh, I'm sick of all this. Okay. Okay, we'll pull it from the process environment. That's fine. So then if there's no API key, and there's no, let me do it this way. If, yeah, win, basically pass. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Boom. Else, then freak out. Then freak out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Must fetch or set the, right. Now that environment variable, what does that even mean? No, that's right, because server side, that's going to work. It's, so this win could be null. This win could be null. So Wait, non-browser. Right, server environment, right? Okay. Correct. Good. Mm-hmm. Pull the API key. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay, we'll try that. I think some of the unit tests may be checking for string values of this error message. So let's just see what happens. Okay, we can figure it. In fact, let's just run the unit test again. Oh, how was that? npm test. Yep. Let's just see if it all passes. Okay. What is it looking for? Throws when no API key is provided. That's correct. Let's go look at that 105 in the tests. Let's go look at that 105. Okay, original key. And then we set it. Fine. And then we do it. Uh-huh. Not to throw. Yes. Sure. Yeah, that should totally not throw. Or set the key. You did. We did. Okay. Let's run that then. We need to run that. What is it? Accepts API key from environment. Let's run that in the debugger. Copy. F5. Boom. Let's see if it throws. All right, I'll let that go. Wait, what pass? What? Accepts API key from environment. Okay, let me try that. What's the command that it runs? -T. Okay. Uh-huh. -T, paste. Pass. Skip. Oh, that does pass. Well, what else fails then? Did I do the wrong one? One of 5. Oh, where's the test code? Test 137. Test 137. 137. Here. Throws when no OpenAI key is provided. That's the test. Okay, do that one. Come here. Copy. F5. Paste. Okay, let's see if I can break it there. Good, it failed. So that's good. So let's see about why doesn't it do that? Let's just break right here real quick and run. Uh-oh. Let's see. Interviewer, run. Break here and run. Okay. So I've got some sort of like, okay, go. Okay, options.llm. No. Oh, here we are. So get the window. So that's null. Okay. What's the base URL? Okay. So that's good. So it's going to skip all that. Boom. API key. So there's no API key. But what's this? Uh-oh. Oh, correct. That's correct. So no. Uh-huh. So this is correct. It's going to throw. No, it's going to throw for sure. That's good. Step out. You step out. It's correct. To throw. Oh, OpenAI key is. Oh, this is exactly what I said. Oh, silly. Okay, let's go fix that. The language model would have caught that way faster. To throw. So I changed my error message because it's TypeScript. Okay, so in my interviewer, must pass API key or set OpenAI API key. Yeah. Let's find that test to throw. To throw. There it is. Open a. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Do that. So that might work. I just changed my error message. That's silly. Base URL is required. Okay. Uses default base URL when not specified. Aha. I might know this. That is correct. In a server environment, it'll throw. Let me save this and make Claude Code do it. For it uses base URL. And copy it like that. Actually, that code being server side should throw. Right? Oh no. No, on the server it'll just go OpenAI. No, that is correct. That is a correct test. It's wrong here. Let me check. It's just that the base URL is allowed to be null. I think it's that. So if there's no base URL and we're in the Windows environment, or no, and we're in a browser environment, it's more like this. It's kind of more like that. We could do it this way. Base URL, right? Yeah, it's used later. We'll try that. So where's this base URL? Here. Let base URL. We could say if it's a browser environment and there's no good base URL, then use this, like use some path. Something like that. It kind of is. Okay. I think we just do this. I like that better. Yep. Simple. Okay. Okay, so then either way it's allowed. It just does, it's not that it throws. It's that in the browser environment, it'll use this instead. Okay. And we'll see what happens if it's null, whatever. See, that'll make it undefined. That's fine. We'll see what happens. Save. Okay. Yeah. Glad I didn't prompt that. Okay, save. Okay, so go. So let's try it. Out of coffee, yes. Hey, cool. Does the whole test suite pass? Huh. What's this? Querying's not working. Oh, all this interrupt stuff. Yeah, of course. Let's try to revert that out. Or not revert, but so the idea is you just do like this comment and this uncomment, save. And then that should be back to normal. So it's easy to develop. I want to turn off my air conditioning. Super cold. Let me turn off my air conditioning. God, it's so cold. Freezing. Oops. It's so cold. Calm down. Oh God. Arctic. Arctic. So awesome. That's so good. Okay, so it's passing. Okay, good. So congratulations. We've got some kind of front end only logic for the first time ever. And I mean, there has to be some amount. Now, the idea is to have as little as possible. I don't know, it may be cutting corners too much to just have two kind of quick, like kind of old fashioned heuristics, which is basically what I did. But the this is good. This is good. There has to be kind of some amount. So if that does like that, let's see if I build it. What does that build? Where's my build? Oh no, I'm in it. Okay, whatever. Build. Yep, standalone. Mm-hmm. Ooh, oh yes. So then we undo these. Undo. Whoops. Redo. We go comment, uncomment, save. Async hooks. I wonder if there's any async hooks. Anyway, okay. So very nice. So now we run it. What is this? Breakpoint? Continue. Okay. 405. Okay. Okay, cool. So now it works in the browser and it works in the, oh, it's going to crash because I changed the code, but so it works in both. Let me bomb up here. So now what? I think I need to actually query like LiteLLM. And I'm going to need an API key. I think I have to actually service that query. That has to look like an OpenAI query. So maybe the first thing to do would be, well, let's just see what does LiteLLM look like. Okay, so now I need to start. So let me kill it here and run it here. Oops, examples. So there we go. So if I refresh 405, very good. Very good. So let's go over here. So now over in Python, popd pd. So here in Python, let's look into what is that? I have a makefile, right? Proxy. Yeah, I think it's proxy. Let me refresh my environment variables. Make proxy. Is that it? Now, we gotta do, yeah, there's the JSON config. What happens if I click here? Nice. Nice. Very cool. Database URL. Need a Postgres? Yeah. Nice. Okay. Port. Oh, nice. It's complaining to me. Okay. All right. I see. I see. Okay. Admin panel. Cost map. Model hub. Love it. So what is it? Yeah, completions. Yeah, slash completions. Totally. Yep. Mm-hmm. Now, I need to do one of those keys. We got to get a virtual key. We need a virtual key. I'm so excited. I get to read documentation about the virtual key on LiteLLM. I've been looking forward to this for days. Yeah. Let's go find that. It was like some sort of like, it was some sort of like, yeah, I think it was the E2E tutorial. Pip add a model. Make a call. 100% test your model. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. So LiteLLM could. I see. So with LiteLLM running here, I think what it's telling me I could do is I could change it here. And I could use it here. So for example, how would that work? So let's find a test file to run, right? When I test, let's test interviewer underscore conversation, right? Oh, VR. Okay. So that's a conversation. So that queries the LLM. What is it doing? Starts with a greeting. Oh yeah, my interrupt's throwing. Let's just undo it again. Comment, uncomment, save. Okay, let's just check it. Okay. All right. So that queries the LLM. So with that, right? Let's just double check. I'm almost certain it does. I'm like, nope, not examples. Tests, interviewer, conversation. Yeah, it's testing for the welcome message. Mm-hmm. Good. Okay. AI message. Wonderful. Yeah, yeah. So there's okay. So that's perfect. So the point is, I can do this thing with another with a different base. Let's just see. Does OpenAI? Whoop. Yeah. API key. Is there a base URL? I thought. Yeah. let's try that. So I'll do that myself for the server side, right? Base URL here. Right. So we'll take the base URL. Oh, yeah, perfect. Right here. This is perfect. Let me just paste it. Paste. Okay, so what is this process? Yeah. So this is browser environment, right? And then else, exactly. This will be server. And so if that environment variable exists, we'll use it. I think the client code would pull it in itself already. In that case, maybe yeah. Let me leave it as a comment and see. OpenAI base URL. Let's just try that. In fact, yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. Okay, let me just make sure it runs still. So that else is just going to do nothing. Okay, so then let's try this. env OpenAI base underscore URL equals HTTP colon localhost port like 1234. I'm just going to do that. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it'll fail. That means I can control it. Ooh, is this good? Timeout? What is that? Very good. What did it do? Exceed? Timeout? That's good. Maybe that's good. So then let's try 4,000. That's the real endpoint. 4,000. Now it does have credentials. So I'll press return here and get it ready. Go. Ooh, so if I click over and something's happened, cool. Very fun, very cool. My first LiteLLM proxy, 200. Cool. Yikes, lots of, okay. Great. Okay. So can I run the whole test suite? Let's see what happens. Let's see if this thing freaks out. Yeah. Cool. What's your favorite color? Cool. What's your favorite color? Very fun. Oh, is that a timeout? Okay. Timeout. That's okay. That was happening earlier this morning. Let's fix one problem at a time. So, very fun. What was it? Did I already commit in? Support API key? Yeah. Oh, I was checking in. Was I adding code? No. Let me not do source code too much right now. Let me unstage that. And then there's also, I think this needs to, okay. Cool. Good. Okay. Example changed. I'm passing in an API key. So that's the one that's got to be the virtual key. Yeah, if this is going to work, we need a virtual key. Oh, but let me see. So hold on. What is that? Yeah. Config. Let's see. If it's pulling environment variables, yes, it is. Then these will be available. GPT-40. And it doesn't need an API key, right? That's the point. Let's try the JSON model. In fact, let's do this. Light config, right? Oh, there's my proxy. Look, let's disable these models. Okay. Let's see if that works. And then there's a proxy also. I don't know. Okay. Make. Okay. All right. So there's one LLM called JSON. So back in the standalone code, instead of passing an API key, we're going to pass. How am I going to tell it to use? I think what I might do. Oh, I can change. It's the ID, right? What is it? LLM ID? I think so. JSON. I think you do it like that. Let's try that. LLM ID. I think that's how that works, right? LLM ID. Oh. Due to the underlying. Exactly. Right. So there's nothing to do in the server environment, but I'm going to leave the code here. It can be optimized out by the compiler. That's fine. Yep. Okay. Cool. So there's a model called JSON. So now the reason I omitted the other ones is, if it queries anything, it must use this name JSON, which is obviously non-standard. So I know that my config is driving this. And so then I change my LLM ID here to be JSON. That's the point. Let me close the tests. Oh, close the tests. There's the LLM ID passed as JSON. Okay, so we'll save that. So let's build. Oh, and then I need to serve it. Whoops. Oh yeah, put it back. Nope, not rollup config, this one. Here. Disable, enable. I would love to see that XXX error in the browser. I've said that. That's the goal, is to see that XXX error. Like that. Save it. Let's just rebuild. Okay. All right. Nope, close it. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Let's leave all this up. So here's a minimal example. Reload. Okay. I need to serve it. npm run. Nope. It was the examples. Yes. F5. Reload. Huh? 8080. Yes. Why is that not working? What? Oh, weird. Okay. Hey, what's this? Okay, missing. Either provide it. Okay, 234. Now let's see if that's actual. Oh, okay. It's throwing because I'm not providing it. And the reason is I assumed I don't need it because, maybe there's like, uh, session, maybe there's already a user session. I wanted to allow you to not have to pass that because there's already a user session. But for the moment, let's just correct that. I believe I can just correct that and keep going. If I do like, if in my standalone code temporarily, I just pass an API key in here. API key, is it? Is that right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let's do that. Okay, so then if I reload, it should just pass that in. Okay, good. 405. Right. Okay. So now I change it to 4,000. I have to actually change my endpoint. Yeah, let's do that. So that's fine. API key. It's going to be more like this. It's going to, and now I need to know my end. What's it called? Base URL. The base URL is, nope, 4,000. HTTP, 4,000. That's the base URL now. So that's going to be a cross-origin query. So I bet it doesn't work. Ooh. Oh my God. Wow. And then, oh, wow. And then did this run? Wait, let me do it again. Reload. Ooh, there was a good lag. That's like right on time. Ooh. Is it the JSON model? Search for my name, Jason. It's probably, okay, it might not be logged. Final returned. Cool. Okay. Oh, os.environment LiteLLM log equals debug. We can fix that. Oh, it's not my code. Okay. Whoa, it just did a cross-origin query. Very cool. Route from think. So, wow. So let's do this then. This interrupt. Let's break there here. Let's come here. Stop. Semicolon, go. We can do like console.log interrupt. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like a debugger. Yeah, whatever. Save that. And then build it. I need another window. Wow. Okay. Let's redo it. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So step into the ring and listen up, brother. The champ wants to know. Give me your name and age. Wait, what is this? Step into the ring? Is this a wrestler? What's going on? I don't remember that. What's going on? A professional wrestler. Okay. Good. Oh my God, it worked. Oh, it worked. Oh, we got a half hour and it already worked. Good. Whew. Okay. Good. Step into the ring and listen up, brother. All right, so that's an entire LLM query having been proxied through LiteLLM. And using like a false API key, basically, or like a using like a really using an API key that's been ignored by the proxy. The point is the proxy is just running locally for me, so it's like as a development tool, it's secure. It's not that I run this permanently. So, very fun. Now, why do I have my own proxy command? I don't know if that's what they told, I don't know if that's what they're saying to do on this end-to-end tutorial. So, save your config. Look, here we are. Yeah, LiteLLM. Yeah, totally. Can I just do this? Copy. Paste. Whoops. What is that? That surely can't work, yeah. It's LiteLLM config. Will that work? Aha. Okay. Even better. 4,000. Routing. Whoa. There it is. Here's my command that I run. So all of this is it. Premium user is premium. License? Cool. Okay. Cool. Cool. Can I search for my name? Jason. Oh, look, there it is. Model list. Yep. Okay. And then what happens if I redo my stuff? Whoops. Yeah, let's let that go. Very cool. Reload. Perfect. Perfect. Listen here, brother. Okay. Good. Okay. I mean, that's a little bit better. I don't know. It's kind of insane logging, but okay. That's good. Let's actually put that in my that will be my what does this thing do? Main port host config, don't care. OpenAI key warning. No, this is dumb. Yeah. And so then here, py, this, it's going to be that. Yeah. Starting LiteLLM proxy. Press Control C to stop. That's fine. That's fine. Make proxy. Okay, so now you can query from the front end. Oh, let's just change it. Watch, let me prove it. I can prove it. So instead of a professional wrestler, let's say a mouse hiding from a cat, right? So now it's a mouse hiding from a cat. So if let's rebuild, just to be sure. Actually, I don't think that was required. I think we're fine. That's okay. Okay. So now it's a mouse. So if I reload, squeak. I hope the cat isn't near. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Whew. Now we're close to putting it here. I mean, getting a squeak right here in the UI is not far off. We are nearly through the woods. We're nearly out of the woods. There's a bit more to do. There's virtual keys. You know, again, I want the minimal end-to-end thing working. There's a whole lot that I could do with LiteLLM, of course. There's a lot. I mean, this whole thing is, you know, doing tons of that. Maybe LiteLLM can implement caching for those evaluations. So then that way I could run those evaluations aggressively and just have like a permanent cache, maybe in Postgres or something like that. Something like that. Okay. So very cool. Let me go off and kind of debug and think about this. Very cool. Whoops. Microphone slightly. Okay. So what do we do? Whoops. Very cool. So now I finally have the pleasure of solving this interrupt bug. Like, what's actually going on? How come I couldn't import it? You know? Why? You know? I thought I'm supposed to run an interrupt. So we could, I don't know. What's going on? So firstly, let's just see. Let's just try to bring it in as well, right? Save it. So my IDE is telling me no, right? Let's just see if rollup, let's see what rollup says. I think rollup's going to say no. I think that's legitimately off. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So what's going on? Why? Maybe, I wonder if it's like an old build or something, but let's just see what this looks like. 15 lines. So there's graph interrupt. So tons of interrupt stuff, but there's no interrupt function. There's uppercase node interrupt. Is graph interrupt. Is graph errors.js. Okay, export. Interrupt. Graph interrupt. What is that? What's graph interrupt? Oh, that's interesting. From errors.js. I wonder if I could throw it myself or something. What? Okay, let's go read some documentation. No. Let's go read some language. Yeah, here. So what are they saying? Let's try redeclaring graph the node that passes the config through. Right, okay, second argument. So they're saying these these nodes receive a config, and what's the point? Passes the config through. Node start goes to the node. Okay. Go. Where does it pass it through? Config. Okay, so you get a graph state, so we know that. You get your graph state. Oh, here's the lambda they're talking about. Okay. All right, let's deal with that. But we already queried the API, so I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. What's not working now is why they don't really say anything about there's no interrupts. How to create MapReduce branches. This is getting okay. How to guides, goal oriented. Let's look up interrupts. Yeah, the interrupt option. What? Double texting. The double texting conceptual guide. One message. And before the graph is finished running, send a second. Yep. Double texting. They invoke the graph a second time. Oh, wow. Cool. Right. Cool. Okay, so, oh, I see. So, no. This is not it. No. No, 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 no. Nope. Let's get out of here. What else? What else? Here we go. Interrupts. Let's read about this. The use stream hook exposes the interrupt property, which will be filled with the last interrupt from the thread. You can use interrupts to... Wait, how to handle interrupts. Yeah. Oh no! Wait. What? Handle interrupt. Generative user interface. Nope. How to handle handlers? Nope. Tools? Nope. UI elements. On the client side, use stream. Okay, the use stream React hook. It handles all the complexity of streaming, state management, branching logic. React hook. Okay. No. Let's look for interrupt again. When you select the interrupts, the graph will pause execution. Yeah, don't I have to pause the execution? Interrupt. Here. Let's read this. Stream. Oh, okay. Really? Stream? Let's go see if that's true. Let's go see if that's true. So if we take the main entry, let's just go press F12 here. F12. Oh, I'm getting the definitions. Interrupt. Let's just read it. Whoops. Mm-hmm. Wait, I do have all my maps though. It should be working, right? Go to source. Can you do that? Go to implementations. Here. Here, yes. Whoops. Nope. Here. Okay. Okay. Right. Because the interfunction propagates by throwing a special graph interrupt error. So I found that you should avoid using try catch around the interrupt function. Yikes. Or if you do, ensure that the graph interrupt is thrown again. Right. I'm nervous when no resume. I'm nervous about throwing it myself, although this is the full implementation. Let's read it. Okay. Called interrupt outside the context of graph. Okay, so it's doing sanity checking. Check pointer, fine. Scratch pad. Yikes, this seems like trouble. Interrupt counter. So then it throws. Yeah, this looks like super important code I need to run. Okay. And it pauses execution of the graph. Let's go Google it. It just seems crazy to me. It's LangGraph. I know I searched. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're doing this on the browser? You importing it? Where's it coming in? It just seems to me that they're like they document, yo, you have to use this interrupt call. And in fact, this code is like, so let's see, what is it doing? Jeez. So it's pulling this. Okay, so it needs a check pointer. Mm-hmm. And then from the web entry point, bring that back, bring that back. From the web entry point, LangChain, LangGraph. See, I don't even know. I don't think this is going to help. 100 alpha 5. Let's see it. LangGraph SDK. What is the release? I don't think it's not this one. It's just LangGraph, right? LangChain, LangGraph. But isn't there an alpha release? Show me. Code. Yes. Releases. Wasn't there an alpha? 036. No. So what version am I on? Yeah, I'm on this 100 alpha. LangChain / LangGraph. Seems like this is it. Tags. UI. API. No. Okay. LangGraph and LangGraph.js. Yep. Okay. I know I saw it, or then I saw it on NPM for sure, because I'm running it. LangGraph-CLI. Nope. Okay. Can I do this? At, does that work? Okay. I'm happy. So we're good. We're good on LangGraph. So it's not that. It's not about old thing or something like that. Here's the web entry point, right? Whew. Preggle. Interrupt, right? Okay. So there's uppercase. We can see what this is. Graph interrupt, node interrupt is graph interrupt. What is that? Graph interrupt, what is all this? Export, okay. Interrupt, 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 okay. Let's see what that looks like. Let's import a bunch of that. Yeah, I know what I want to do. Let's import a ton of that. Yeah, that, comma, that, yes, comma, is interrupt, node interrupt, graph interrupt, let's say. Node interrupt. Yeah, all that stuff. Is interrupt, invalid, is graph interrupt. Fine. Okay. Let's do this. Yes. Yes. Exactly. No. Interrupt. Yeah, graph interrupt is fine. Interrupt. Thank you. And then finally, you got it. Thank you. Okay, so node interrupt. Wonderful. Why is that an exception? Only refers to a type. Oh, it's a class. Fine. That's fine. Okay. I think that, does that not work? I think that works. Let's see if this works. So let's see if I can build this. Build. What? Build. There we go, standalone. Are you gonna freak out on me? No, yes. All right, whatever. Go. Oh, I forgot I'm off. All right. LangGraph.js. It's the browser. The point is it's the browser. I'll keep that. Let's keep all that. Okay, let's rerun here. Oops. So I ran my builds and then got to run my server. My examples. Yep. Reload. Go. Oh, I can turn myself on for the end. And I need to like I need to summarize and read it out. So I need to basically wrap up now. Come on, let's just get one reload here. There we are. Cool. Cool. Okay. Good. So we're paused. So there's squeak. Here's an interrupt object. Let's just see what that does. Interrupt object. Okay, so if I just look at my console, here we are. Okay. Okay. So, okay. What is this? Yeah. All right, let's do like this. All. Yeah, exactly. Nope, can't do that. Interrupt. Yes. 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 Is that it? Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. And let's move the debugger. Here, save it. Okay, we got to build in order to see that. This is annoying. If this becomes part of a loop, then I need to optimize it away. Okay, so that's good. So reload. Hopefully that'll work. Yes. Yes. So the reason for that, step over, is I can say all objects dot interrupt and I can get that thing. Oh, it's literally a string. Okay, that's weird. Okay, it's literally a string. What is graph interrupt? That's a class. I could try throwing it. Node interrupt. I could try throwing that graph interrupt. We could try it. Graph interrupt. Like that. Yeah. I highly doubt that'll work. But then we can wrap up whatever. That's cool. So we're figuring out why don't interrupts work on LangGraph. Oh no. Wait, what? String? Oh, okay. What are you going to allow? Let's read it. 12. Here we are. Graph bubble up. Oh, nice. You have to pass interrupts to it. Okay. Node interrupt. Unminifiable name. Cool. Raised by a node to interrupt execution. Oh, raised by a node to interrupt execution. Extends graph interrupt. Huh. We could try it. Node interrupt. Okay. And you pass in a message. And I don't know what these fields are. Base LangGraph error fields. Let's not do that. So you pass in a message. Huh. Okay, we're making a little progress. So we could try a node interrupt. And that does allow a message. So build it. And then run it. F5. Let's see what it does. All right. Node interrupt. Okay, we're going to try to throw a node interrupt. I have no idea what's going to happen. Go. Hooray. Got an AI message. XXX, yay, the interrupt was called. So, okay. So I know. So instead of interrupt, right? Interrupt. Throw new node interrupt. No. This is just a string. Yeah, it's a string. So it's a string. That's it. And no other args. No. Nope. Nope. Let's not do that. Yeah. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, I guess. Yeah. And we can keep the debugger and we're just gonna pass through the message. Exactly. All right. Okay. So at least the message will go. Come on. 10 sharp. Do I have anything? Okay. Okay. Good. Refresh. Okay, right. Oh, I need it. Let's do that. Okay. Reload. There it is. Okay. So we're going to get the debugger. And the message is squeak. So if I press squeak, ooh, lots of milestones today. It's not running end to end, but a ton of the links of the chain are linking up. It's like a polymerization. It is exactly like that. So this is cool. Squeak. I'm just a little mouse. That's huge. That's awesome. I don't know if this is still working. I'm not sure if we're out of the interrupt woods. It seems to me completely bonkers that there's no interrupt function. And then if there's this node interrupt, and I don't know. But here we are again. What is this message? Squeak. Play. Is it like in an infinite loop? Okay. Not bad. And maybe that's because if we step, no. I want it, if we go up in the call stack, yeah, this listen, it's supposed to throw the first time and return the user's code the second time. That's what it does. And somehow it's supposed to know that. So that's right. Okay, that's amazing. So so it's not working, but it says squeak. That's so great. Cool. How about this? Instead of mouse, that's fine. A mouse hiding from a cat. Okay, let's check some stuff in. That's pretty good. All right, so what's changed? Let's do Python real quick. Is anything hanging? I deleted the proxy. Yeah, let's do that. Git add makefile. Git diff LiteLLM config. So what changed? Oh, I removed some models. Yeah, and I made only my model. That's fine. Whatever. Git add LiteLLM config. Okay. LiteLLM config. Okay. So there's that. No more proxy file. That thing just loves to spend my tokens. That thing just secretly just burning my tokens, setting my tokens on fire. That's what's happening. So, what's next? Nothing else in. I guess I'll just check in this documentation. Unread documentation generated by CC. Okay, so I'll just check it in because it's easy. Okay, so now here we're getting it. Okay, so what changed in the rollup config? Just my notes here, so that's fine. I'll keep that. Now what? Package.json, what changed? Oh, we upgraded? Okay. Dependencies, peer dependencies. Okay. Fine. Okay. So in the examples, yes. Let's do that. So split this, no, yes. Like that. Use the LiteLLM proxy with the JSON LM ID, right? ID. Right, that's awesome. That's how that works. And if I change that, JSON, if I change it like that, npm run, I don't need to do that build, but then if I do it, if I refresh, it's gonna fail. Oh, let me just run that makefile. This will run, so everything's back up. Everything's good. So if I refresh, yeah, perfect. And then if I go to the logs here, it's gonna say perfect. Hopefully, SON. Does it log SON? I see. Perfect. Invalid model name. Yes. Perfect. Very good. Totally. That's exactly right. Whoops. So, let's wrap this up. So kill that. Let's get back to it. So, okay. Examples. So now I just changed, right. So let's put that back. So that JSON, that confirms that this is going through my LiteLLM because this non-standard ID is supported magically. And by magic, I mean in the LiteLLM config, the model name JSON is defined here, and in fact it queries the OpenAI backend GPT-4.1. So it proxies GPT-4.1. So that's superb. We can get into API keys. We can get into, it's got to have a Postgres database to store stuff. We got to get a virtual API key going. I'm going to write this down and plan for tomorrow. So, but a ton of stuff working. Okay, so the rollup had my notes, the examples. Yeah. Okay, whatever. And then what changed on this interviewer here? It's even worse, right? It's just even worse. The problem is this kind of works. That's the problem. Okay. Let's check in the good code first, not that. Yes, this, and yes, this. Yes. What is that? Support the base URL. An interviewer. We'll do like that, because this has to port back over to Python, and that's not done yet, but we'll do that later. So now what remains? Just all this horrible, whew, that's ugly. Okay. Okay, breaking code. That partially works on the browser. Okay. Whew, so I checked it in. Whatever. Got to keep going. So, and then let's update my notes here. And then let's do a summary, do a wrap up. So close it. Well, that's fine. Yeah, let's update my notes. Where do my notes go here? Okay. So what I need to do here, notes to do plan for tomorrow, right? I'll just put it in here. Okay. The title will be LangGraph interrupts in the browser. Yep. LangGraph interrupts in the browser. Yeah, or like debugging. Something like that. Okay, so that'll be the title of tomorrow's video, basically. And so the lean build, env issue, whatever, standalone. Okay, awesome. We're in super good. That's great. All of this is done now. Whoops. Make the interviewer take an endpoint key for sure. LiteLLM, yes. Need to alias, right. So what's happening now is super bad code checked into interviewer. Yeah, exactly. Needs to work, like interrupt correct properly and just work. And then also it needs aliasing or something to to use interrupt on the server, but whatever, you know, implementation we land on for the browser. Exactly. Presumably evolving from today's like hack, right? Okay, that's the point. So that'll be we need to alias. Yeah, who knows what is going on with no interrupt call. So we're slightly, yeah, exactly. Perfect. So that'll be the notes for tomorrow. Git push. Okay, git diff. So that's the notes for tomorrow. We're going to debug LangGraph. That super bad code is actually breaking and just work. Currently, it totally breaks. Yeah. The like server and test suite. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Pushed a million times already. Okay. Let's run a wrap up. Come here. I think I can turn off the thinking. Let's just keep the thinking. Wrap up. All right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if it does it. It's generating it. So then we can wrap up. And I'll try to end right after the wrap up so that you can scroll to the final, 5 minutes. And do it. You see? You always get it wrong. You always CD wiki. Why do you CD wiki? You love to CD wiki. You love to CD wiki. Okay. Let me just make it fix that. Super easy. Perfect. Yeah. Good. Thank you. All right, let's go read the summary of today in Chatfield. Go to the wiki. So this will be 10:06 here. Yeah. LiteLLM works today. The major headline for the entire day is, for the first time ever, the LLM output. In this example, I said talk like a mouse just to see it. It displays on the browser. I have DOM elements representing the mouse squeaking today for the first time in the history of Chatfield. That's the major headline. So it does this. If I go, it does the browser indeed. Yes. However, it's deep development kind of mode only. Yes. There's just updates to, as a developer running Chatfield in the browser, which is that now as a developer, you can specify the endpoint and API key as a parameter to initialize everything. Because of course, in the browser, the way you've come to get your endpoint and API keys is completely unknown, and all of that. It's unknown and it's asynchronous and all of that. So however your application gets its API keys and endpoints, it will pass that, or it may pass that to the interviewer of Chatfield, the interviewer object, and the interviewer will use that for the LLM to conduct the interview. And good. Let's see about the plan for tomorrow. Yes, exactly. We added the API key. And then the LiteLLM proxy kind of works. There's a make command that does run the LiteLLM proxy. Yeah. Yeah, this is totally correct. This is great. Tomorrow, my intention is to continue looking into this missing interrupt mystery. I've Googled it. I see no one talking about it, which that's even more disconcerting. It's like that TNG episode where Dr. Crusher is the only person in the universe. It feels like that. It feels like that. So then, with progress on that, with that done, then whatever needs to happen with rollup to say, okay, we're going to do the web entry point and we're going to do this interrupt mechanism, whatever I get to, that'll be rolled up into the web build. And then the proper mechanism, or the existing mechanism, will be the server-side implementation. That's the plan for tomorrow. And then with that done, that'll kind of tidy up how it builds. And then if the interrupts are kind of working, then I mean, my major priority is let's get one of those examples, more or less running exactly like on the command line. That's the proof of the pudding in the eating. Yes, that's the plan for tomorrow. So I'll log out. That's perfect. Thank you very much.